Hey guys, I just want to talk to you about a couple of odd topics today. I think I'll start out with the first one, just being, just keeping in mind what you're getting into when you get a reptile. You know what I mean? So I just got home from work. It's about 8 p.m. You know, like leopard geckos are crepuscular, however you want to say that word. Basically, they're a dusk and dawn animal. Um, a lot of times we thought that they were nocturnal. That's still being debated. It may be wrong at this point. Maybe they actually are just crepuscular. Let me turn off this AC. It's too damn cold in here. But anyway, yeah. And the thing I actually want to talk to you guys about, since I just thought about how much I wanted to get home to my collection today because I wanted to see all my little guys, is just keeping in mind what you're getting into when you're getting a reptile or any type of pet. So basically, what I mean by that is certain animals, to get them where you want to get them, as far as being tame or friendly or any combination where it's not going to bite the crap out of you when you open the tank or run away or drop its tail or something. Some animals need more work than others to get to that point. And some animals just need more work in general just for them to have a happy life. Like, I'll give you an example. Like my leopard geckos. I can feed them really good, leave them some mealworms in a bowl, go away for a week. They're perfectly fine. Was it hard to tame these guys? No. Pretty much just fumbled around in their tank until they got used to me. Hey, Gex. What's up, little buddy? Sorry about that silly voice, guys. I always get all like babyish with him. You know, he's literally the oldest reptile I have here. He's 6.5 right now. Yeah, I've had him for 6.5 years. So, wow, he's going on 7. He was about 6 months old when I got him. You're a good boy. Yeah. And I'll just put you up here, I guess. You feel a little chilly. Put you on this warm spot. But, yeah. And, like, the leopard geckos are really good for when I go on vacation or go home for the weekends to see my parents. Because these guys really don't need much. As long as I have a clean bowl of water for them, and I know, let's just say if I leave the AC on, like, I don't know, like 68 or like 70, but they have their heating elements where they don't get too cold, but the apartment is air conditioned where it's not getting too hot, I know that they're fine, you know? And this is the summertime I'm talking about. In the fall, what I tend to do if I'm going away for like a week or something, and I don't want heating elements on, I tend to turn the thermostat up to like 85 where it's like blazing hot in here and turn the heating elements off. The reason I do that is because, number one, it makes the whole room warm, so why have heating elements? I mean, granted, they won't be able to bask or get belly heat, but they're kept at a good ambient where I know they're not getting too cold. And I also don't have to run AC at the same time. I have this thing where when I leave for an extended amount of time, I don't like leaving all these heat lamps on because I get worried about fire hazards. Summertime, I do the same thing, except it already gets like 85, 90 degrees in here when it's real hot during the summer, like July, August. So I turn off the, I think I showed you guys another video how I prep for vacation. I just turn all the heat lamps off, leave them plenty of water, leave them mealworms, feed the snake its rodents, and this is a milk snake, so it only needs to eat like once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on the size of the meal. The blue tongue, I'll leave him some dry dog food. And then it's like 85, 95 degrees in here. And if they all got full bowls of water and this guy's got moist substrate, this guy has like a moist hide, and you get moist hides, they're fine. You know what I mean? And the reason I'm talking about this subject of like what you're getting into today is like I said, like some animals need more than others. Like once these guys are tame enough where I can handle them and they're perfectly fine. Like I can do literally whatever I want with these animals. Like the blue tongue took a little bit more work to get him tamed, but he's fine now. The milk snake barely took any work at all, just because the milk snake is very, very non-aggressive. She just pees a little bit when I pick her up. But yeah, you know, you just gotta think about how much money you're spending, the availability of the food you need. How much food do you need? Like some animals, like a Burmese python, literally needs like very large rodents or rabbits and stuff like that. If you can't readily get those, you shouldn't get a Burmese python because you won't be able to feed the thing properly. you know, if you don't have access to insects, I have big access to insects, so that helps me with my monitor and my leopard geckos because they're insectivores. You know, even my blue tongue will eat insects sometimes, but I also have, you know, access to high quality dog food. I got a supermarket where I can get all of his veggies that I mix in there with. You know, the pet shop I go to also sells rodents, so I'm good with the snake. And, you know, for pinkies, that also helps with the monitor. So, you know, it's just a lot to think about. Not a lot to think about, but something you actually want to pay attention to. Let's go into the bedroom here. For you guys, giving you guys a tour of my house because I must really love you guys, right? Okay, so like I'm saying that just to say monitors like this guy, this little busybody, sometimes take more work. And what I mean by more work is for me to get him tame, I have to wait longer for him to come to me. I can't, like, I mess around in his tank, put my hands in there, touch other stuff, and he gets used to my presence, but I have to do more exercises with him in order to get him comfortable, you know? See, he's right here digging a hole and stuff like that underneath his water bowl. I guess he's just, you know, making more burrows and stuff. But yeah, like this guy, you know, I tongue feed him and do all these different exercises that I really don't do with my other reptiles. It gets me used to them. Like I've never tongue fed my leopard geckos. I just throw bugs in front of them. I tongue feed my blue tongue, but rarely. He doesn't try to bite me or anything. I didn't need to do it, but it's cool, you know? This guy really needed to. And he's so active. Like you can see, like, you know, like another thing is enrichment. They need enrichment for you. You have to provide the enrichment by adding stuff to their tank, letting them come out of the tank once in a while, adding, well, I already said adding new things, rearranging the tank. Right now he's getting a lot of enrichment from digging, you know, and also from food. Nothing. One thing I trained him to do is when I open this door, I don't like the sound of this, and watch this. When I take the tongs and go like this, see, he's kind of looking up. Then he sees a bowl that the cricket's in it. I mean oh man, I'm saying all the wrong words today. He sees the food come out of. I show him a mealworm. You see the mealworm? Do you see the mealworm? And I dunked the mealworms in the crickets. I mean, in the, man, what's wrong with me today? In the calcium. Now, this guy gets regular calcium with a little bit of vitamin powder mixed in because he has this big, expensive UVB light that I bought, and I don't want him to have too much vitamin D3. He can synthesize it himself because of the UVB, but because of that, I have to make sure I'm careful and I don't give him too much vitamin D3 through food and through a fortified calcium. Reason being is because too much vitamin D3 can actually kill your reptile. Like, no joke, it will kill your reptile. So, more likely, from what we've seen, reptiles will get MBD because people normally just don't know about the UVB and just don't use it. But since I'm using it, I'm also being mindful of how much I'm using it. You know, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. Now, look, see? So I'm talking about when it comes to enrichment. In order to get him tame, give him little exercises like this. And drop the food in front of him. Let him get it. Let him get it. Once he gets a bite on it, it's over. He's trying to find the head. Eventually he'll stop caring. And he gets it. And now he's going to do his thing. He's getting so big. Man. Look at that stripe. It's got the cool neck stripe, but it looks like some of his spots on his back are almost like fused. Oh man, he's got such a long body. I think it's a male. I think. Not sure. He's still very young. Can't tell yet. Wow, look at that face. The reason I'm saying that is because he has a very small space between the tip of his snout and his eyes, and his neck's not really elongated. It's about the same length as his head, if not maybe a little bit shorter, and his head's looking like bulkier and more broad. It's not looking like he has a very tiny, small, slender head. Plus, he has big-ass nostrils, and I've noticed, like, with monitors, even of different species, they have, like, thicker nostrils. I've noticed that in Ackies, too. This is my own observation, guys. I am not an expert, and it's very hard to just a disclaimer, it is very hard to sex and Ackie monitor, especially when you only have one and you don't have another one to compare it to. It's already proven to be either male or female. So, with that being said, yeah, guys, this is just a guess, and he's only 4 months old, so only time will tell. But yeah, he's looking gorgeous, gorgeous animal. Digs a lot, eats a lot. I'm very happy with him. One thing I noticed, though, he's not really huge on mealworms. He's a little bit like Gex. It seems like all the spoiled reptiles don't like mealworms that much. Oh man, do you want it or not? I think the mealworms maybe just don't move enough for him, so he's like, eh. It's like easy prey. I mean, he's checking things out. Just doesn't want it, I guess. You okay? Let me take the mealworm back on my fingers. So he kind of gets used to me sticking my hands in there. So he kind of slicked away, but he didn't like bolt. So to me, I guess it makes things better. Alright, bud, you don't want mealworms? Fine. Fine, every time you eat mealworms, you go on like you get the itis and you go away for like 2-3 days anyway. So I will give you superworms. Because you're a spoiled brat. How much I spent on these lights with UVB for you? You should know the concept of money. Nah, you shouldn't. Probably a lot happier. Yeah, guys. This, like, for getting a monitor and stuff, this is just a lot of things you want to. You want to for any pet, you got to think about, the lifestyle you have. Like me, I work 6 days a week. Like right after college, I went right into the workforce because I needed money. Student loans are expensive, and just want to make a life for myself. Like like I'm gonna get married soon and all this other type of stuff. I live by myself now, and it's funny. As long as I've had this channel, I guess you guys may have seen like some progression in my life, but I haven't really like told you guys a story or anything like that. I guess I'll save that for when the channel gets bigger and then when people actually care or start asking questions. But yeah, guys, yeah, it's a lot to think about when you're getting certain animals. Like, a lot of us, the reason we get reptiles because we don't have time for something like a dog or even kids and stuff like that. Like, I live in an apartment. Even my dog apartment was dog friendly. I can't get a dog right now. They just require too much from me. I do have a dog, of course. Max is my buddy, but he lives with my parents. My dad doesn't want me to take the dog, and I can't take the dog anyway. So he's nice and happy with a big house and a nice big yard, plenty of space and 2 people that love him. And my mom's retired, so she's home with him all the time. You know what I mean? Which is a big blessing for the family because then no one has to worry so much, I know she's safe in the house because, the dog is protective over. And I know the dog's not in a bad situation where he's stuck in the house all day. It's a win-win, But even with reptiles, even though they're easier, quote-unquote easier, you don't want to... Uh-oh, there he is. He's looking. Yeah, you don't want to be in a situation where you make it bad for you or the animal. Like, for example, monitors need large enclosures. If you want that animal, but the first question you're asking is, what's the smallest enclosure I can put it in? And someone says like a 60 gallon, you're like, all right, can I just get away with a 40 when they've already told you a 60 is the minimum? Your mindset is not in the right place for that animal. You're trying to do the least possible just so you can keep it alive and say that you have it. That's not good. You want your animal to thrive and be happy. That way you'll actually be able to enjoy it. If it's not thriving, it becomes a pain in the ass for you and the animal. Yeah, he likes supers better. See? Exactly what I'm talking about. Thriving. Give him what he likes. He runs off. Kills it. World keeps spinning. back there beating the crap out of the thing. And what he usually does is he tries to locate the head and he just keeps biting at it till it dies. And then he kind of just swallows it down and then he comes back for another one. But yeah. Yeah, guys. And it's a lot to think into, the size of your enclosure. Like how much money you're going to be spending on food. Can you provide that amount of money? How much time can you spend with the animal? How much time can you dedicate? How much time do you want to dedicate to the animal? That's another thing. You don't want it to be too much work for you and not feel like you're having fun. The lights you're going to have to replace. Like UVB lights have to be replaced every 6 months to a year, and they can be expensive, Do you have money set aside if the animal has to go to the vet, Me personally, I always keep money aside that I don't tell anybody about, because next thing you know, wifey wants a project, and then next thing you know, that money's gone. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you always keep money to the side in case you have to go to the vet, because vets are expensive, especially with exotic animals, because depending on what's wrong with the animal, it could maybe cost you a vet trip could maybe cost you $150, maybe we're just going to give you like a vitamin A shot and some antibiotics or something, or if you have to go in late at night and let's say your animal needs surgery, it can cost well over $1,000, maybe a few thousand, and, I've heard some horror stories where some stuff costs like a lot of money, even for simple surgeries, because let's face it, it's a surgery and the vet has to get paid. It's what they went to school for, and the school's expensive, Jeez, gotta clean that out. Yeah, the tracks on the sliding glass door are full of sand because somebody keeps digging right next to it. Look at all that. Yeah, man, this guy, he's got dirt in his water. But this is what Ackies do, Like, this is stuff that doesn't surprise me because this is what he's supposed to do. If he wasn't doing this, I would actually be more concerned whether or not he's healthy and whether or not he's thriving and active enough. But I think he is, because he's literally doing every annoying thing the Ackies do that is annoying. So, cool with that. Uh-oh, he's back. That means he wants another. I think it's a. Oh, let's see. I wonder if we can get a good picture of you. Come on, bud, turn your head. I want to get a look at you. Sorry for the horrible camera work, guys. My shoulders are tired, and it's kind of like messing things up. Oh, yeah, that's a nice picture. That's my buddy. Okay. Let's see if I can give him one more super worm for you guys to see. Just to get some type of good footage. See, he's getting used to me opening and closing his door. When I first got him, I didn't see him for like 2 days when I put him in here, and me opening this door would terrify him. Now he knows it's a positive thing because then he gets fed. He goes to town on food. Like, he's my best friend when he's hungry. When he's not hungry, he'll come and check me out. He doesn't like look at me like I'm a piece of crap or something and say I hate you or you're an enemy, get away. But he has less tolerance for me because he's not getting anything out of it, Well, that mealworm went down quick. He's starting to get some muscles on him too. Look at those legs. Jeez, bud. Must be all that digging. Wow, look at that. Look at that chest. Ooh, nice pose. Let's zoom out. And come on. One more. Oop. Come on. Come on. You want it? Stupid thing. Give me a second, guys. Stop it. Jump right there. You guys can see him without the glass. There we go. Oh, he might disappear. Wow. He just kind of beats the shit out of it. Yeah, like I said, it goes for the head, kills the head. Well, crushes the head, and swallows them down. It's definitely a new experience having a monitor. Just the way they act, watching the flickering of that tongue, the way they go after food. They're really awesome creatures. My God, this is a gorgeous animal. I'm actually taking a lot of pictures right now, guys, while I'm doing this. Thunder. Hey. Hey. Can I get a picture of you?